1 minute.
Yes, okay.
Okay. So as we promised, it's a 30-minute session. We'll start on time, finish on time. And I look forward to sharing a great session with you all. Welcome to our webinar. And this particular webinar is focused on strategies for creating a vision, crafting, communicating, and making sure that it's compelling and we can convey it to all our key stakeholders. As I delve into the webinar, I'd like to encourage you to add your questions into the channel. I'll be looking into the channel and making sure that I can see your questions. Feel free to add your comments as well in the channel. And for product management content and videos, visit the Lean Icon Technology website. We've got so much going on, and we would encourage you to visit our website. So myself, William Korsinah, Agile coach, more focused on product management and helping organizations on their journey. Here are some organizations I've worked with, trained, and supported on their journey to enabling them adopt business agility and an agile product mindset. To get into the show, I would like us to start off by looking at a product vision. When we look at a product vision, what is key is first understanding what a product vision is. And it's a clear, concise, inspiring description of what a product aims to achieve in the future. It also articulates the goals, the purpose of the product, outlining its value proposition, target audience, and its key differentiator in the market. A well-crafted product vision provides that shared understanding and direction for the entire team. But the key question is, why do we want to create this compelling product vision to help us drive a product or solution with our customers or for the organization? Here are some key items I've identified over the time spent with clients. One, it helps us to create that clear alignment and focus so that we can clearly communicate our expectations to the leaders and the teams. That alignment and focus enables the team to move towards that common goal, ensuring that everyone is working towards the same objectives because it's now clear and we know why we're building this particular product. If we have that clear alignment, it helps us stay motivated and inspired. A well-motivated team and inspired team becomes a high-performing team. And usually I like talking about a Leicester City Football Club. They were a very highly inspiring team and out of the blue won the English Premier League among the top teams. And I know this particular premiership and the league and the previous league, they've not been in the Premier League, but they keep on inspiring me for what they did as a team that has never been in the top 5. Once we have a clear, compelling vision, the team members are motivated, individuals can overcome challenges, and it helps us pursue excellence within the team. With that vision, we can engage all the key stakeholders to start thinking and feeling like the customer. Because we've got a well-defined product vision, it's being clearly communicated, and all our product team and stakeholders and investors can have the confidence in the product we intend to build. Having that stakeholder engagement and thinking and feeling like the customer, it helps align with the organization goals for clarity in decision making. Yeah, it provides that framework to enable the teams to know that these are the organization's goals. This is why we're building this particular product. This is how we're driving our priorities and various trade-offs on business value, time criticality, and what are the opportunity enablements for us when driving this particular product. So helps with that alignment and clear decision making on our journey. The last point I would like to talk about here is creating customer lifetime value. In understanding the product vision, we can then look at the dynamics of the market and our business environment and be more adaptable for success. A strong product vision will enable the team to anticipate what the market shifts are. So when the market changes, we still focus on delivering customer lifetime value. And there are more additional reasons why we need to create the product vision. And it can help us understand our markets. We will constantly be iterating and adding value to the product, and it creates that alignment across the teams. There's a need to constantly share the product vision, and I'll come to that after we've created the product vision. Yeah. When do we create a product vision? When do we create a product vision? We can create a product vision for an existing product. We can also create a product vision for a new product. Ideally, we want to have it at the inception, at the very start, when we're creating the product and having all the ideas and bringing all the key stakeholders together. Yeah. And in doing that, we can have all the key strategic pivots that are needed. And in the case of an existing product, we may need to develop it, update it, and realign stakeholders based on the changing markets if we've not got a product vision. But more likely, we're shifting the focus to creating it for a new product, and it helps us get that clarity of purpose in delivering the product, decision making, prioritization, but also serves as the guiding North Star and beacon for the entire team who are building the product and going on the product journey. Yeah. So it's so important to have our products visions created early, communicated, and constantly keeping the teams informed of the product vision. Feel free to write in the chats if you've ever seen a product vision created and how it inspired you during your product build. Yeah. So let's look at creating a product vision from the onset. From the onset, we want to create a product vision during the discovery phase. And some teams will call it in the design sprint when we've got the product in mind or the idea in mind. We want to spend time in the design sprint phase. And this is a rough guide. Your first 2 days when you've got the product idea, you must spend some time researching about the product, planning to go into a 3 weeks phase where you exploring and thinking deeply about the product. You don't want to have a product in mind and immediately start thinking, okay, I need funding. Let me start it off. You need to spend time doing some research work. And that will be something you will spend 2 weeks ideally for. But if it requires more time, you would have to spend that time in that exploratory phase, understanding the products, yeah, or the solution or the idea you've got. I see the 1 week design sprint as very key for us in crafting our product vision, because during that 1 week, we apply a lot of design thinking. We first want to understand what the epic hypothesis is, or what problem are we intending to solve. We will write a statement, identify personas, build some empathy maps, and all these documents would enable us understand the potential customer and how they might use our product. And this could be high-level thinking, allowing us to shape the content as we start building the product. Yeah. So The design sprint is more of a design thinking phase where we empathize, ideate, create a prototype, and test that idea that we have. And if we go through this stage, we can end up in the last week creating a product vision. But that is a whole workshop on its own as part of the design sprint. And we can spend a day on it, trying to get all our key stakeholders involved in this particular session. Bringing the stakeholders is so critical. If you don't identify whom is going to help you understand the product, build that particular product, empathize with whom is going to use the product, create a customer journey, you might miss the opportunity of building an alignment with your customer. So key for this particular session is identify your stakeholders, and you can have a workshop, you can have a focus group, you can spend some time conducting a Gemba where you will go into a product area and spend time with potential users because you've got a prototype, you've got something to share, and bringing this customer group or key stakeholders to play would be essential. If you can't get all the key stakeholders, find a team that would help you explore this particular product. If you have to use a workshop, workshops require effective planning, preparation, conducting, and follow up. I've got a video that talks about all the details of going into creating a workshop that will stand out and get all your key stakeholders involved. Planning, preparing, and delivering a workshop makes sure that all your stakeholders who've attended find this of value. How much more you created a product vision, you need extra preparation to ensure that you can get a product vision that would align with your customers. I would like to share a template that we've used in having discussions on a product vision with you, and we've used a tool called Miro in doing that. Yeah. So I'll get my Miro up and share that. So Miro is a collaborative tool that enables you and your teams to have conversations. In using Miro, you can identify templates that you can amend and use for a product vision workshop. So if I expand on the Miro board, it allows us to see each stage. So first, what's the presentation's title? Creating a product vision. 2, have a clear agenda on what you want everyone who's attending this particular workshop to be doing so that all those who are attending know why they are there. Possibly an icebreaker and an introduction would enable everyone feel comfortable so that we can have discussions around this. Even if people know each other, it's okay to bring an icebreaker that can get people to know more about each other, because you could know someone but not know what their favorite meal is, a favorite destination they would like to go. It's an opportunity for people to open up so that during the workshop, you can accept feedback, positive criticisms, and have an engaging session. Next is share the context clearly if you're the one going to run the workshop. Why are we here? And what are we going to get out of it? Then share the vision's purpose. High level, you could have a product vision created, but make sure everyone is ready to understand why we are here. Then have some questions and let everyone get involved in putting up some questions for the agenda so that as we're going through the session, people are asking themselves questions that would help us deliver a product vision that would align with what our customers want. Yeah. Then from there, you can have, if it's a company, you can bring the company's existing vision what our employees are saying about the product. If there's any customer testimonial, you can present that. And if there's a data to support why that particular product should be delivered, it's worth taking that into the session. So this mirror template allows you to create a product vision. As we moving on, I would like to move on to a document that can help us in the session. It's the epic hypothesis statement. The epic hypothesis statement, or the solution hypothesis statement, helps us to start thinking about this particular solution we want to solve. Yeah. And if I present an example, here is an example of one. Yeah. And this is for a company who are wanting to build an HR management system. So it's for Braintree HR Solution, who seek to streamline and optimize HR processes to enhance employee experiences and maximize talent management. What are we trying to solve? That the People and Talent Manager is a comprehensive HR management system that integrates with advanced AI-driven features. It leverages cutting-edge AI and machine learning technologies, unlike the traditional HR systems. Our solution will deliver improved efficiency, data-driven decision-making, and a personalized employee experience. So when you go through this exercise and everyone is involved in the process, it helps you to start crafting a vision that people who've attended will buy into it. It's no use trying to sit in a corner dreaming big and crafting a product vision. If you've got a team around you, get the team to support you so that you can create a product vision and refine one that would meet your customers' needs. Yeah. So we've seen the epic hypothesis statement. We've seen an example of an epic hypothesis statement that can help you to start crafting your product vision. Now you want to refine this statement, and we're using Roman Pickler's epic product vision statement. So with all this information collated, you can now create something that a customer will buy in, or the team that's going to build the product will buy in. And here's an example of the HR management system. So for me, what is key that I see here is the vision statement. The Braintree HR Solutions People and Talent Manager will be harnessing AI to transform HR into a powerhouse of efficiency, satisfaction, and talent excellence. I think this inspires everyone to wake up and say, wow, I'm going to build a product that's going to transform the way things are done. And this is something that the team will look at. Okay, who is the target group? Who's the persona? Have we got an empathy map? Have we got a customer journey map? And then we'll start crafting more artifacts to support our understanding of the product. It also helps us understand the needs of this particular customer. It will also help us look at the product in detail and the benefits of this particular product. So spending time to craft the product vision is super essential, and it helps us build a better understanding of what the product is. As I start to wrap up, I would like to present a company that we would all be familiar with. I think we all know Uber. And as Uber as a business, what we know about Uber is Uber Ride, Uber Drive, Uber Delivery. But Uber has got additional products. Interestingly, Uber has got Uber for Business, Uber for Health, Uber Eats, and then Uber Freight. When you look at all these products, they've all got a high level tagline that inspires the team to build the products. And I'll talk about a few. Yeah. So we can look at it from a perspective From an Uber ride perspective, it says always the ride you want. From an Uber drive perspective, it says drive when you want, make what you need. From an Uber Eat, well, we would all like to have a meal, order deliveries near you. And from an Uber Health, reimagine the way people access healthcare. And it's got that nice tagline that we can communicate with the teams continuously to buy into the product. So always remember, create a product vision and create a tagline that your team members can buy into. After creating the product vision, what do you want to do? You want to be able to communicate the product vision continuously to everyone who's involved in the process. The product manager bears that responsibility to effectively communicate the vision. And it's not once, it's something that they have to do ongoingly. And they need to create a roadmap and a plan to make sure that it's being communicated effectively, and at every opportunity, everyone is being brought in to understand that particular product vision. Having created that particular product vision and constantly having all the key channels to share the product vision is always good to share. But one thing we have to do as a team as well is to start listening. We need to listen to our customers. And the more we listen to our customers, we can iterate the product features based on their feedback and the market forces that impact our product. By actively listening to the customer's needs, preferences, pain points, product teams can gain that valuable insights that would inform their backlog, inform the features they are building, and to continuously monitor the various trends, and potentially, if there's a new competitor, you are able to take action. So when we've done all of this, it enables us to start focusing on how we can engage with our customers. So I'm coming to the end of this particular session, but I want to give you some key takeaways based on what I have presented so far. Yeah. So short and sharp is a 30-minute session. So what are the key takeaways? If you want to create a compelling product vision that will get all your stakeholders involved, use a product discovery workshop to kickstart that journey and use a design sprint to help you do that. Number 2, invite key stakeholders to the session. And again, invite the key stakeholders that you need to help you define that product vision. I've put it there twice because if you don't get your customer, your key stakeholders involved, you will create a vision that would not gain buy-in. So you need to spend time involving key stakeholders. Yeah. Apply design thinking and a strong knowledge of your customer and use all the channels available to communicate that particular product vision. Yeah. So any questions on what we've discussed so far? Yeah. Any questions? Any questions in the chat? Hello, Tom. Any questions in the chat room? Let me take a look. How can we ensure that the product vision remains adaptable to changing market needs and user feedback while still maintaining a core direction? Yeah. And this is a very key role for our product managers and our product owners. As we building or as we start developing the product, market research, user research will be something that would help us as team members build that understanding of the changes in the market and what is impacting our product. More importantly, when you use an agile approach and you build an MVP and you take that MVP to market, You have the opportunity of having a feature that's in the market. Customers are using it or not using it, and it's providing you the opportunity to reflect and see if we should continue investing in this. Why should we continue investing in a product that's not yielding value, that's not bringing us the returns we need? Market research, user research, focus groups would enable us maintain that understanding of what's happening in the market, the changes in the market, regulatory changes, and we could conduct a pestle workshop to know how political factors are going to impact the product, what economic factors are going to impact the product, and if there's any technological changes, we can adapt an MVP and constantly maintain relevance in the market. So those are very key if we want to continuously build value for our product. Okay, what are some common pitfalls to avoid when translating a product vision into reality? The number one is not engaging with your stakeholders. That will be number one, not engaging with key stakeholders who can provide that input into your product. So investors are key. Your product team, the team that's building the product, are very key. If you've got a customer group, engage with them, let them know why you're building the product, and if there are any changes to the product you want them to reflect on. Then one will be creating the product vision and not communicating it enough. That is a pitfall and a big pitfall, because if you don't communicate it, make it available. And I would like to use the skilled agile concept for continuous communication. We want to communicate it regularly by key stakeholders in program increment planning meetings or quarterly big room planning meetings, so that everyone who's involved in building the product knows why we're building the product. Secondly, we should communicate it in planning meetings where team members are involved, so that the team members know why that particular product vision is being why that particular product vision is driving the product we are building. We also have the opportunity to create leaflets, create webinars, create communities of practice to help us emphasize the need of that particular product vision. And doing that continuously would help us engage with all the key stakeholders. And it helps us avoid people who are joining us new, who would say, oh, I don't really know why we're building this product. And is it going to really deliver value? Or I'm lost in the maze. I don't really know why this company is doing what. But communicating it quarterly, communicating it in the planning sessions, find it in one-to-ones, constantly reiterating why we do what we do, enables the teams to build a culture and mindset that would add value to the product. Yeah. Does the vision of an existing product have the same approach in terms of the journey to an entirely? I think what we have for an existing product is we've got a lot of data, we've got a lot of information, and we can use that to inform and improve our product vision. And if we've created it and we've not communicated it, it's something we could also go and pick and re-brush up and say, where are we? Are we still aligned? Has there been any changes? Why are we doing what we are doing? So an existing product has got more information, whilst a new product will require more digging, bringing people into the process for us to get the information needed. Thank you so much for the questions you've shared. And I know we are almost at the top of time. So let me just go ahead and share some of our upcoming 30-minute session. And it's a real pleasure to have you all join me today. So for our next upcoming session, we've got Curtis talking about DevOps for value delivery. If you're a product owner, if you're a product manager, if you're a head of products, you definitely need to have an overview of DevOps. Maybe you don't need to have that understanding of the tools, but having that overview of DevOps is very essential. And Curtis Menster will be doing that. And I look forward to such an exciting session. We also have our cohort trainings that have already kicked off. We've done an exciting exploratory session. The team is currently looking at a product, and they are going to be presenting at the next workshop on the product they've worked on. So why don't you join our next session in May and gain a better understanding of product delivery? Finally, we are also in the software development space. There's so much you can learn. The world is moving more to a better understanding of technology, and all of us have an opportunity to learn from what technology can help us do and how technology can help us in our work. It's been a real pleasure having you all on today's session, and I want to say a big thank you, and I look forward to seeing you on the next session. Have a wonderful evening. Thank you, folks. Bye. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, folks.